Hi guys, it's Mike here. Today I wanted to try a challenge, 5 Christmas cards in 10 minutes. Is that possible? Ha! I don't know. These are the cards I made. There's 6 in the photo because I was making an example to show you guys in the video. Okay, there it is, yay! I got the idea from a card that I made last week, and that was about using diamonds. So that's how it started. And while I was making that card, I thought, oh, I could use the diamond as his nose. So I did that and I added the googly eyes. And yesterday on a clearance sale at my local craft store, I bought these antlers from Memory Box. They're called curved antlers. And you can see they are, um, well, real size is what they say on the package. So I thought I can recreate a card kinda like I did. So I have 5 in card bases to make. And I could have done it a little bit quicker if I didn't have to go back and forth with my die cutting machine. If I wasn't filming, I could just leave it in one spot and not move it, back into the screen, out of the screen, in the screen, and so. But I think I made it in 11 minutes. So I didn't speed up this video, so just so you can see all the process and all the intro and the photos, they add up to the total of the video. And this is just some black cardstock that I have, and I backed it with Elizabeth Kraus double-sided tape. You can also use Ticket, but that was on it already. And you see, when you lift it, you lift the sticky stuff out. So you kind of have to put it all on the card already. You can't just put it aside. And otherwise, I would just cut 5 antlers, stamp 5 times, add 5, I don't know. It sounds like, you can do 30 in 10 minutes, but yeah, time goes really fast actually. So there's the antler. And then, I have to move back the die cutting machine, and well, that kind of took up some time. And if you don't have to do it, I'm sure you can do it in 10 minutes. So even though I took 11 minutes, still think, 5 cards in that time is pretty respectable. And, they're essentially one layer and very lightweight, so ideal for mailing. And also you can see I'm not really rushing or anything. And this wasn't folded properly. So, I could have picked another one instead of trying to fix it in the time frame. But I genuinely thought I had plenty of time. And that Elizabeth Craft stuff is really sticky. And the release paper is quite thick, and that's why I think it releases off when you pull the die cut. And maybe if I had stick it on the back, it would die cut right through and I could just die cut 5. And I'm using this bit of paper that I already used for all those baby cards, you can see. And I realized that it doesn't fit all my 6 antlers. And that was a bit of a shame because I had to go, and that I have to say I paused the camera a little bit to go and find another bit of paper. So, and all the other stuff I had prepared because I just made that card as an example, so I had it close to me. And that one didn't die cut properly, so I'm putting it back on, and you can wiggle it in, and that sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. I was lucky. So at this point I thought, maybe I just can work on top of my die cutting machine. It's quite heavy, and moving it in and out of the way every time is a bit of a pain actually. And if I can, I like to leave the dies in the metal die, so the die cut stays in the proper shape. See, it doesn't fit. That was yeah. So I used the one that didn't release first, and then I went to look for some black paper. I keep these bits of paper with in the box where I have my die cut. So there's usually black and there's white, and they all have the sticky back or backing. And this one also didn't die cut 100%. I think it's because I didn't pull them all the way through. Because of my filming setup, I don't really have enough space to go back and forth with my platform. And here I'm just cutting off the bit that was torn. So I don't think anyone will see that, but you know, don't tell anyone. So here's where I paused the camera because it took me a little bit to find the piece of paper. They're in between all my die cut envelope and such, so. Because I always thought I was only going to make one, I didn't get my chamois wet, and I am going to regret that later because I used a baby wipe and I got lint. And I go, oh, but yeah, I was too lazy to get up, and actually I thought I have all these baby wipes and I only use them for cleaning stamps, or I used to use them for stamps. So here's a stamp that's still on it from the example. So it's really easy, just lining up the cards in the corner. And I'm using Versa Fine Black Onyx because it's nice and crisp. It does take a little to dry, so I'm putting them to the side where I can put them next to each other so they don't smudge. So here's when I realized there was lint, and I'm trying to clean it with the same baby wipe that gave the lint, so that probably wasn't smart. I also went over it with my finger to try and pull the lint off. But yeah, it's handmade, so I'm not sure I care, to be honest. Oh, there's my head because I'm trying to find the lint. Sorry about that. And I brought in the dry chamois, trying to get it all off. And I probably should just have, gone and wetted my chamois. I don't think you need a magnet. So if you want to be faster, you don't have to put the magnets back on all the time. Just because you put it in the corner, so even it can't move actually. So you can lift it up with your stamp maybe. So I thought I had to stamp one more, but that was the example. So I'm like, oh, I'm already done. Here's my googly eyes, and I'm using quite big ones. And I have rhinestones, pearls, homemade enamel dots, and I'm also using Ranger enamel accents, which I'm trying to grab here. And that's the purple. I'm gonna use the red, and the red is called Classic Cherry. So these are big enough for my shop bought glue dots. And so I'm putting a glue dot on every element, the eyes, and I'm trying to space them equally, to the antler, and a red nose in the middle. And I think it's so funny because just the googly eyes and that red nose, it just make the card. So here I'm looking for the classic cherry enamel dots. I'm sorry, my arm is probably not the nicest thing to look at. Found it. So I'm just, giving you the ideas. You can use the enamel dots. You can use my homemade enamel dots. Everyone has, I think, because it was quite a hype a few years ago. And arrange your enamel accents, or the Nuvo crystal drops, or perler pen, paper pen, whatever you have. Even just, a red punch with some glossy accents, I guess would work. So more ideas. I only use the rhinestones and most of my homemade enamel dots. And one rhinestone, one ranger enamel accents, just to show you. But yeah, coming on to 10 minutes now. I'm like, whoa, I'm not gonna make it. But yeah, so I lost the challenge I set myself. I mean, nobody asked me to do it, but I should have done 5 and 15, so I would have made it easily. But anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope you will give it a try. I'm not sure. I bought the curved antler die on clearance on my craft shop yesterday, and I'm not sure if it's still available. But other ones will be available, and there's maybe even a stamp for it, and that would even be quicker because you can line up the greetings, which is actually from Hero Arts, Get Merry, and you can, if the antlers are stamped, you can line up those, and that will save you even more time, and maybe you can do them in 5 minutes. So if you will try it, and if you can do them quicker than me, let me know. And thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.